Greetings and welcome to Die Drunken Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 3, Episode 28. I am your host, but not your DM. That responsibility is still in Adam's caring, loving hands.
Hey there.
I totally wouldn't just drop it like it was hot if something went sideways.
Right.
You know?
Adam,
Screw it. Tower collapses, y'all die.
we've got Ahmed here tonight. No, Mark, I think he's at work. But Ahmed and I were commiserating or quaking in our boots as Adam, during like a midweek chat, I think it was the end of last game or Thursday, we divvied treasure or something like that. I forget. We all got online off stream.
It was after treasure, and we were looking at, hey, look at this. The other party isn't doing anything anymore.
We were comparing what the northern group was doing chronologically to the southern group, and the two timelines have almost caught up. Which is really interesting. And then Adam said, yeah, I'm not too afraid of making a TPK happen with the Iron Tower crew, the southern group, because the northern group would just come and save them. And and I looked at each other, we're like, what? Oh. That was harsh.
Created a monster.
I know.
The first response from Marty is like, I haven't done any prep. I'm like, well...
For Chapter 4? No, I've done a bunch of the downtime planning, but we kind of push pause there, and then I've become full-on player where...
So Marty is a fantabulous player for a DM who's slightly disorganized, because it's like, you missed a treasure for this, there's this over here, I've got everything organized, I've got all the piles together, everything's divvied, here's everyone's share. That's all just done. It's amazing. He helps me level up my characters. He's a really like helpful player.
Well, that's the time that I would otherwise be spending prepping. And the thing is, I still did the treasure organization when I was the DM.
This is true.
I've caught up on things like, let's update the Book of Legends descriptions, and look at the leadership. The disciples. We created a new system for cohorts so that they're
build some NPCs and
build some NPCs and So there's been a lot of we've upgraded some of the commands, like doing the sorting for perception checks in our channel and a bunch of things.
Quality of life updates.
Yeah. The forever DM is going to be. I find myself not the best player though. Like a few times I've had to bite my lip where I'm like, no, I'm acting like a DM right now.
there's some times where there's a little bit of just settle down. Just settle down there, bud. You know, it's all right. Let him do his thing.
So I haven't claimed that I'm the best player because you're basically trying to shoehorn a 30-year DM into this really limited seat. The original reason, so we've played campaigns before where it's like, how are we going to keep Marty busy as a player? I'll give him an extra character to run. So I totally admit, don't play like Marty plays, because I actually have caught myself being really annoying.
We've made a few.
It's all good,
a couple
buddy.
of we're getting a little excited there. We're just gonna get ready to take a breath. But no, in terms of like the prep and stuff, no, I wouldn't be able to. Like, if you told me like how many sessions in a week can you run with the amount of life you have going on, I'm running more sessions than I thought I would be able to run, simply because a lot of that background stuff just gets done. A lot of the world building stuff is done, or it's like, I have an idea, I need to bounce some things. It's just way faster
when you get caught up with your planning, basically when you have like a module and you've like, I've converted all of the module and got all the maps and all the tokens, the weekly prep is small. That initial investment.
If I find that like the starting a campaign is the hardest.
Yeah.
You have this blank sheet of paper, and it's like, and you just try.
So Adam and I have switched.
Where's the conflict? Who?
Adam and I have switched DM seats. Marty's been the player more often. This is a longer time ago before we streamed, but Adam's run a bunch of campaigns. The one with Black Dog running around Sholung on the edges of Sholung, on the Forgotten Realms, and then there was Adam had a Dragon World You guys even saw one of the side campaigns that Adam ran. Adam ran the train campaign in one of the Waves of Hell.
Hokum.
Yeah.
Hokum. Yeah. That was good.
So every once in a while, Marty goes, Adam, can you just run something for a few months? Because you do get burned out. Like at the rate at which we play, it's not like I obsess over one game over the course of a month.
Be creative and unique and in the rule set that we all understand and make it a new thing.
And make the characters unique and powerful. Like, oh, god damn.
More production of content.
More production of unique content.
Yeah, sometimes the ebb and flow of life, it's like you just start to get tired. So I've really appreciated the break. Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun in this chair, and the setup that we have with like moving a stick around, having a conch style gameplay is really good because there's a lot of buy-in, right? You're able to be a little bit more expressive with actions and not have it feel like things are completely out of control. You know what I mean? Like there's this like.
No, I don't actually. I want to dive in a little bit more, but I don't know if that's how we want to start our game. Like,
maybe it'll wrap up or a thing, but it's people aren't losing control even when they're losing control because they have control in a meta sense, in a much more tangible fashion. So, like the tower crashing into the middle of wherever it went isn't an uncontrolled action where it's like, it's like that doesn't immediately that didn't render control away from the players in a way that it would otherwise have, where it's like, you know, we had some discussions about what reactions are happening here, but it changes a bunch of story stuff. A bunch of story stuff is changed, and some plot lines are ending because of the events that are occurring here, and so other plot lines are being created, and it's not like a. I don't know, there's this inherent buy-in because of how the system is built right now, or how we're handling this.
How we're sharing the DM stick. Yeah, it does make. There are some things that makes it difficult. We do occasionally have to have DM discussions where it's like, this thing isn't this, is it? No, it's not that. Okay, could you make sure it's not that?
Just make sure it doesn't evolve into that.
That's right. Yeah. Like I've already had there's an end boss that Marty has in mind that I thought for a brief moment that this was going towards that end boss, and I was like, damn it! So I kind of quietly asked Adam off to the side. I'm like, the end boss in your thing isn't this, is it? Okay, so pretend I didn't say that.
No. I am alluding to things that I think are involved in the space, but not necessarily saying it's the,
Yep.
Just drop it.
Yeah, with all the stress and the weirdness of the pandemic and now post-pandemic world, like sharing a bit of the workload was nice. Yeah. I also reminded myself that I'm an asshole sometimes when I'm like, oh my god, I'm rough on my players, like merciless.
We kind of got used to it,
uncaring and rough. But I'm like, sometimes I'm nice. I'm like, the kill counts aren't that high, so I must be doing an okay. And they keep on coming back, so.
You like the punishment.
I had a player that is slightly inappropriate. I'll adjust the phraseology to something more appropriate. But as a DM, Adam is a good DM because he has two gloves. He's got a velvet glove and a glove made of barbed wire. And you show up and he gives you a massage with the barbed wire glove and then the velvet glove. And then barbed wire glove and then velvet glove. And it goes back and forth between barbed wire and velvet.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the things are hard and ruthless, but then things are also like benevolent and kind. It's like trying to balance out the stress.
I think I feel like as a DM sometimes I feel like, well, I warned them 3 times.
Yeah.
At some point, there's consequences to their actions, and if they want to do a 50-50 die roll, then...
If they want to see if they live...
I'm like, okay, let's see how they get out of this one.
Was the comment of, like, in the other chat, it's like, oh, we could go through the door into the space. Yes, described as the impossibly hard maze. Yes. Right.
We
point,
can do
you
it.
were warned. Your god described it to you as an impossibly hard maze.
Right.
Don't do it.
And Marty meta brain is going, that door probably leads to this horrible maze that will drain us of all resources, and then we have the final boss fight. Not for the module that Adam's kind of running, but the end module 6 boss fight. That's kind of like the cues that I was getting.
Oh,
you want to go find the Iron Lord now? Yeah. After having a day of fighting and then having to navigate the Maze of Doom, no, let's try our hand at fighting some of those devils first, because those are the lieutenants. Yeah. All right, so we've got a laundry list of things that we want to do with these characters. Let's do a recap of what happened last game first. It's a short recap because most of it was fighting.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Tower. During the battle, the Steelrose Squad interrupts a hobgoblin officer trying to activate the powers of the Iron Tower, resulting in a dimensional accident of sorts. And the tower ended up in a place that we're not too certain where it is. Outside is just a big wall of iron, so I think we're thinking that we're on Acheron somewhere. And the tower's off its tracks, like it left planar ley lines because of the accident. So we're basically stuck in this space for, we think, up to 8 weeks.
It was 3 weeks, I thought.
It was 4 weeks total. Are we off their time?
Well, we're gonna take 8 5-day chunks.
8 5-day chunks. Yeah. So that's 40 days. Yep.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Basically hanging out in the tower. Our plans are to basically train for our 13th level, and then there's 10 days extra because some of the players wanted to do a little bit of extra kind of downtime stuff. It's like we're being given a downtime in this Iron Tower artifact as it's
a downtime timeout.
Yeah, a downtime timeout. But I think there's a few things that we want to do.
Yeah, and
at the beginning of that downtime.
Yeah, this is the time it takes for the tower to recharge its energy to attempt another planar jaunt.
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty much the backstory or the background of the location that we're at. The golems themselves have reformed and are still hostile to anyone who is not wearing a badge of the Iron Lord.
Oh, Grackle is asking Didi to do like a drawing on his face, not an item, just a drawing on the face of the thing, and he wants to see if it's responsive to that. Like, is it the image or the specific thing?
You want me to give you a tattoo of the Iron Lord's sigil on your
Not necessarily a tattoo. Just draw it with some kind of paint that I can wash over. I'm just interested to see if it is the thing itself, or if it is an image.
Okay, Didi starts painting on your face. Give me a sense motive or a perception check. She's gonna use sleight of hand. Yeah, she's got some of it.
Grackle.
Capra is watching with a smile on his face.
Oh no. 17.
You mean like that?
Didi drew something lewd on your forehead, but she just used normal water, so it felt like she was painting.
Okay, for real this time.
I thought it'd be funny to see them punch them.
I mean like a target sigil right on that. Well, that's kind of mean. You put that on someone's butt. You don't put it on their head. You don't want me to beat your butt, do you?
Grackle knows nothing about magic, so this is how he learns about magic.
Yeah, Didi will. At first, she'll use some paint that washes off easily with water, and she'll paint the sigil of the Iron Lord on Grackle's face if she wants.
With some experimentation, you discover that very, very crude representations of that sigil are sufficient to make these golems not attack. Effectively, it's a DC 10 craft check, in terms of the reproduction of the sigil.
Oh, I got an idea. I can make your face a really scary mask, like a really scary paint. So you're scared.
Greg's like, that is
they are
not a
scared
bad
of him.
idea. I don't.
All right.
Do not to mind.
Dee Dee's
that
gonna
at all,
kind of
actually.
make like an Oni Kabuki mask kind of war paint on Grackle's face, and
Grackle is.
she'll
Grackle's pleased.
incorporate the sigil of the Iron Lord down the side of the left side of his face.
Okay. Give me your craft check on this.
Yeah, let's do her craft visual.
Now this is non-permanent.
craft visual art. Well,
It'll wash off, but you're gonna have to scrub real hard.
That is fine.
she gets a 46.
Okay.
She'll surge because we're in downtime mode. 49.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, you have a +4 circumstance bonus to intimidate checks
Plus
Or-
4 from Dee Dee's tattoo.
until you are submerged in water or take specific actions to clean your face.
Oh, Wither wants us to break 50. There we go. Accepted.
Yeah.
Cool. A +5 circumstance bonus.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
Okay.
You should give that to Mort.
Oh, that's
But she probably doesn't want to touch him.
It actually gives me an idea for a magic item. But not now. I gotta work on this crafting circlet. Yeah, Chaga, Desaad and I figured out that if we should make a circlet that helps us with Arcana and the Geomancy, it'll probably take me about 10 days to do.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, should be fine. I mean, she's pretty good with once she's got it, she's read the books. She looks like she can work on this really good. So
As priest of the pattern in the weave, as the god of magic, I approve.
What?
Trugg is just waiting for his handkerchief.
whatever, Captain. Get back to doing nothing, Captain.
A magical device that allows you to be better at magic sounds like a perfect pattern, a proper pattern, an advanced, a meta pattern.
Now check this out. We don't have enough time to actually make it amazing, but with a little bit more time and gold, right? You can make it like.
Everything Dee Dee makes is amazing.
Yeah.
No, that's
You a
not what I
dirty
mean.
look.
I mean, you gotta take off your crown. You gotta take off your crown.
Oh
to
yeah,
use it.
yeah. I don't have time to make it into an iron stone that floats around your head and neck sparkly, but it'll still be
Yeah.
sparkly. But I'm gonna have to take off my headband in order to take it, which means I need to sleep with this thing on before we go.
But then afterwards, when you got time, you can make it so it's always there.
Yeah, I could take out the glittery bits and put it into. Yeah, I won't think about that now. There's not enough time for that.
Make it a gem and insert it inside of the other crown.
When you're a crafter, I'll take your input on the
Because
aesthetics.
I like crowns. I've got one. Do you like my crown? You can see it.
Pointing at nothing.
He's like, he thinks he's somebody else. He thinks he has a crown. Whatever.
Got
Yeah.
dementia.
Yeah, I think you need to
It's got
spend
too
more
many
time as
forms.
one form, and please make it Kev because that's the one we like.
Yeah. Oh, but everybody loves Kev. Even I like me.
I think right now you're at your Skavistan, if we're looking at the map.
Oh, yeah, he'll switch back. Oh, wait, sorry. I wasn't on the map.
All right.
Oh, Kev is
Iron
currently
Tower.
greater in Viz, 5 images, -2 strength, 22 damage. You might want to heal up your. He's also hurt.
If he's damaged, well, no, it's fine. Later.
All right, so that I think there's some retraining going on. The rest of you are face
Yeah.
punch training, and then Dee Dee's the only one doing crafting during that additional 10 days, the last 10 days of the 40.
What are you doing?
Chaga has a few things he wants to do the next
All right,
day.
let's talk about like time frames for other actions.
'Kay.
And what are you doing for? Are you guarding yourself while in this space? And
I think we should keep ourselves mostly up in the upper chamber because the golems are active.
Yep.
And then we should always have somebody on guard, which the ghosts can definitely
scrying.
help out.
Just detect scrying up, and I think we should put a mage's private sanctum up.
Sulfur casts a harm spell on Grippa.
Nice, thank you.
Firebirds.
This is the next.
This would, it would have been
Grippa would have been healed by that point in time.
Yeah, but Sulfur now has the ability to harm.
Cool. So I think the first night we spend uneasy here before settling into our new normals. The next morning, Chaga has some actions that he wants to take because we're still not 100%. We still don't quite know where we are.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Chaga.
Just a quick thing. Desaad every day is dropping 2 mythic points to do Mage's Private Sanctum in the top and the bottom.
Cool.
Okay.
Top floor and bottom floor. Is that where?
Yeah. The two. So the main area with the golems, and then maybe he can put 3. Yeah, he'll put 3 for that other big room as well. So this big room, and this room. I don't know if it'll go through walls in this weird place. So just in case he'll do.
Yeah, we're probably resting in this room, and we're probably awake and doing stuff in this room.
Right. If you open the doors here, I think he can start kind of get a little bit more things, but he'll probably be able to get this entire area with two spells.
You get a 30-foot cube per level. 1 spell gets the entirety of the tower.
All right, 1 mythic point. Is it?
Cool.
Oh, right. You can actually you move it down the stairs and. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, I thought it was just a. Sorry, I thought
you can connect them going down the stairs. It effectively gets the entire really usable area of the tower with 1 casting.
Perfect.
Right.
So that night he casts it, and it I had 2 mythic points left.
Chaga's going to use a commune spell. It gives you a bunch of questions. There's really only one answer Chaga wants, and that's where are we?
It can't lost.
Like no, and he'll if he gets a weird answer from you're in the Iron Tower. Well, where is this Iron Tower? And basically, we're looking for the plane, and then the specific layer of the plane. I'm assuming right now we're on some layer of Acheron, but
okay.
This is the first night.
Yeah, this is the first morning.
Okay. Hey, Dee.
What, Kev?
There's you can jump from plane to plane if you have rods and stuff.
Yep.
You think this place has its own plane?
Huh.
Like how the doors were healing up?
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, Captain. He doesn't call you. He doesn't got your name. Yeah, he's hey, Captain.
Yes.
I was just thinking here. You think
Sergeant?
this place is its own? Yeah, it's me, Desaad. Hey, do you think this place has its own plane? Like if you make those things that let you travel between, if you plane with, right, those rods. Can we make one to this tower with the wall material?
I've been friends with Barnabas for some time. Before I met most of you, Barnabas was always the one who was knowledgeable about the planes. I just know that there are other places where the gods live.
Those other places where the gods live have monsters, and you need special stuff to kill them,
and you need special tuning forks to cast a spell that. Well, can Chaga cast plane shift?
He should.
Plane shift?
If he can't, his priestiness has to go home. Go home, priest.
Plane shift is.
It's like a 5th.
It's 5th, I believe.
I can, but I was never given a tuning fork. Unfortunately, I was never close with a lot of priests of my religion.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll be able to. I mean, we should be able to cast that.
Don't worry, Chaga. You're close with everybody in the room all the time. And he's got his hands out in a big, close to everybody.
Poor taste, Dukes. Come on, man. He's Captain here.
It's because he's fat. Don't you get it? It's funny. Look at him. He's the big round.
Shut up, you'll get demoted.
I'm trying.
It's trying. Funny. Yeah, I know, me too. Yeah,
Chaga was thinking about something else. He was like completely water off a duck's back for the fat jokes at this point in time.
So the gate of the and the bottom floor, the gate of the tower that's open. There's actually just a metal wall, or whatever we are. It's a material from the plane where we're in. We could probably do the same thing with that.
Yeah, Dee Dee is a little bit more knowledgeable about plane. She's like,
if that's the case, we need a little bit of iron from this place. And then we need a little bit of iron from that wall over there, because that's probably the iron of the other place.
Chaga,
okay.
Chaga will roll into the commune spell. Is this place its own plane? Will creating a planar fork from the iron of the tower work in the way that we want it to?
Okay.
And then it will. And then, assuming that we get back from the spell that this is Acheron, is this iron sufficient enough to
give me your knowledge planes with aids for the crafting of the questions to get the detail that you want, and a craft skill check to get the ability to understand that aspect of the question.
Okay, so
and then we can just roll that into a couple of answers.
The Sod will aid you for knowledge planes. Yeah, he aids.
I think Didion, Desaad, and Gobido are the only three that know about planes. Gobido automatically
Capra knows about planes as well because he likes to kill things.
Okay.
I'll check Zogel. I don't know if he has it as well.
Didi takes 10 with a +6 is 31s.
31s? Okay.
Yeah.
This tower does constitute a plane.
Nice.
It is a shifting plane of itself. The material that this tower is made of is unsuitable for magical crafting. As in, when you chip off parts of the tower, after 10 minutes it disappears.
Could we use the key that is still in the lock as the planar tuning fork to arrive in the tower?
Yes.
We should take the key with us. That will allow us to do the thing you want.
Ooh, wonderful.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was always the plan, I think, to take the key, but...
Yeah, but I mean, using it to be able to get back in here? Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, and it might work no matter where the tower is.
Yeah. We can... yeah.
Oh, well then I'll concentrate on knowing where we are.
Okay. You are on Acheron, mostly.
Yep.
And you're specifically in Avalas, the first layer of Acheron.
Okay.
And you're on cube. You're stuck in cube 341824.
341824 on Avalas in Acheron. Okay.
Sounds like a bad place. The number's not even easy.
Oh, we are on our first planar journey, everyone. Not quite what I expected of the infinite outer planes. Places where the gods. Places where the
it's
gods.
Not so bad. Why'd you take a shit in the bucket?
This is Mort talking.
Yeah, it's Mort.
All right. What about the iron from the wall? Would that be sufficient for us to create a planar rod to Avalas Acheron?
You certainly have access to foundational materials of Avalas within Acheron.
Okay, so we're gonna take enough that we could craft, I don't know, half a dozen planar rods.
Give me a second craft check.
This is from Didi?
This is from Didi.
Do you want an actual craft check or a knowledge planes?
This is like a metallurgy check. So
craft jewelry, okay?
Jewelry is perfect.
Okay, this is an aid from Phoebe, 37.
37? If you had a smelter and some time, you could actually harvest this material to produce cold iron if you wanted.
Interesting. Okay.
You don't have the stuff with you currently to do it.
But why don't we?
I don't know if DD has access to fabricate.
Oh, we
I don't
do.
think anybody else has the skills associated.
We could. Cold iron is really only twice the cost of regular iron, so I don't know.
Whether that's valuable to you is a completely different question.
Yeah,
it's a thing you could do with the material.
I don't know. Given that DD has cold iron DR and cold iron weapons are what are used to fight Fae, I don't think she tells anyone this.
It's just like, oh, yeah, this stuff. When you're chipping away at it, when it gets into your sinuses, it really, really burns. Like, it does not feel good in your nose.
Yeah, she'll whisper to Dugan and to Capra later, and to Phoebe, that she thinks this place is cold iron, and we probably shouldn't tell the Humies about
the infinite source of weapons to fight the Fae.
Right. Now, what little does she realize, I believe cold iron's used against a certain type of evil outsider, but she's not thinking that immediately.
No, she's thinking
we'll take enough materials to make 6 planar rod stacker-on, just so we have some backups.
Okay.
Decide at some point we'll be able to just cast this.
Where are we? Taking some weird iron. Love the line of thinking, Ahmed, about the planar rodding into the tower. Chugga also wants to send a message via sending spell to the general. I think sending spells work poorly between the
Yep, so I need a percentile roll.
and I'm going to check the planar conditions from the Legends campaign, because those might have already been in effect.
Mm-hmm.
He's got so many rods.
Where do I find that?
Legends? Give me a sec.
It's probably in the DM section.
So, yeah. Rules, meta rules.
Oh, I saw it, and then...
Stop loading!
Like all the result every time we type the word sending in all of our OneNotes. No, this would be planner, something about planes.
Mythic sending gets through planes. Okay.
If you guys could help me find this, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm looking. I look, I don't find.
I need to add the legends.
Sending and scrying. Oh. No, that's not it. Damn it.
Ragnarok, the contraction, end times. This is in Legends, Records, and Lore. Tyr has disappeared. Injustices across the multiverse increase. Her mod was murdered. Sendings between worlds' planes do not work. Search is destroying worlds. Heavenly armies are marshaling. Skalsdottir is eating light. Yinagu is sick. And then the party went and murdered Yinagu. The Queen of
Yinagu is very sick.
The Queen of Chaos is active, and sightings of the Wind Duke of Aqua. So I believe sendings don't work across planes at this point.
Okay. Well, that just makes things all sorts of fun for me then, doesn't it? Okay. Do you have any other means of trying to contact?
Oh, that didn't work. Chugga will use a mythic point to cast sending to see if that works.
Okay. So it's sending from non-mythic sources do not work. Was that
I'm not sure.
Because we were give me a second. Because we were sending before. Let me just check sheets. I think Devin might have took a mythic sending, because I like the idea of like send to everybody.
Hey, Captain, what about this idea? You're a cleric, right?
Yeah, Tyr is missing, presumed dead, but yeah, like, and we've already had several campaigns where Tyr has been referenced.
Captain, you're a cleric, right? if you have metal from like these rods, we came from Volcanica, right? Don't we have weapons or enough material here to put something together for a rod from Volcanica?
It's a good idea. We
Oh, I have another one. You can. I mean, you're a cleric, right? Why don't you contact something, holy or whatever, and get them to get you a rod? Make a contract or something. Get something to get you a rod from Volcanica so you can get home.
Well, I could manifest a fabricate spell. It's just I'm not a very good crafter.
Craft.
Okay, so a mythic sending. When you burn mythic points to produce the effect, there's a chance that it works.
Okay.
And Donovan has sending on his mythic spells to learn eventually list. He does not own it yet.
Is Marty using mythic sending or using a mythic point?
No, he's using a mythic point to conjure a regular sending.
He's using a mythic source to produce the spell.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it will have a 50-50 chance of working.
All right. So 1, it works. 2, all right. He'll try again, and then it finally gets through.
Okay.
Ooh, that was.
Who are you contacting?
I'm contacting the general. I'm letting her know that we have killed their leader. What was her name? Fujina?
Commander Fujina? Yep.
We have crippled
Make
their...
myself happy looking at these old character sheets after I close this one.
Yeah, we've crippled Iron Tower. It will not return for at least 39
month.
Yeah, at least 39 days or whatever.
We are stuck inside.
We are stuck inside.
Dangerous troops outside.
Suggest attack remaining forces at Phaenfar, but do not occupy, as tower will return. And then beware Horn Devil and Erin's unit.
And also the riders.
I mean, the elite soldiers of the army, we have our own elite soldiers.
Somebody out there has to know.
And then if there's enough time, we'll say our kill count for that battle was 700, 840. I'll say enemy losses 850.
Okay.
850 to 0.
With the response, you understand now that there's a lot of static on the communications. About 25% of the word just being dropped. But you do gather the understood contact when available will look into attack. Something about a harbor. The word "not" that just appeared in the wrong spot of a sentence.
Ooh, isn't this fun?
Why don't you just try resending it? Maybe both will work.
And then all five face. All Undying Emperor.
Okay. Trugg is fine with the level of communication here. He's curious about the harbor, but we're not going to be able to do anything about it now. Unless Badidi is crafting. So Chugga has got a bag of daggers that he's been lugging around for the purposes of a really nasty telekinetic attack.
Okay.
It always seems like he's got better things to do in combat, so he's willing to sacrifice his bag of 14 masterwork daggers.
Okay, now, this... Do you know where you got them from?
No.
Okay, so trade for common goods has been very frequent in Volcanica, partly because Volcanica has been having some struggles in being pacified. So common goods are sometimes difficult to understand if the material it all came from Volcanica. Whether the raw material came from Volcanica, like Volcanica produces raw materials, but a lot of this stuff is alloyed, and if you get any scrap metal into your like if like you have a sword that comes from Agria and it gets the vat of material that is being molted down into put into a ship hull. That ship hull is now no longer suitable for a planar rod, and you make one, you cast a spell, you might go someplace fun.
No.
So we have to be very close to the source of the production of iron, otherwise we might end up on a different world or spread across other worlds, or however the wonders of magic when they go oopsie work.
Oopsie? Oh, is that a technical term, sir?
Yes, it is a religious technical term.
Well, why don't you ask your why don't you do that same thing you did where you ask I don't know who you asked if it's a proper rod.
We could use commune spells and quickly ascertain whether or not is this iron completely from Volcanica? Are these metals? And then we could use a fabricate spell to make a big ball of iron that then you, DD, could make a tuning fork from.
Yeah, but why did you just make a tuning fork?
Well, as I said before, I'm not a very good crafter. I don't think I've ever made anything that I haven't eaten or intended to eat.
We've eaten stuff that you made.
Well, that's what I mean. Aside from the things yes.
Well, we're stuck here anyways. Let's just ride it out.
Chocolate tuning fork gateau.
So wait a minute. Is this tower automatically going to go back, or are we going to have to drive? Like, is TD going to drive it back?
Oh, I'm driving this wagon back.
Oh hell! I mean, great. Do you know what you're doing, DD? You done with the thing?
Well, that's why I'm creating the circlet.
Well, why are you talking to me? Go finish it.
You guys came over here. I was working away. You're interrupting me. Go away.
You're letting me down, DD. You're letting me. That's how.
Yeah, which one are you?
Don't bring him out, please.
Okay.
You don't want him to come out.
Is it like a sneeze? I've never sneezed so hard you changed shapes.
I sneezed hard one time and booger came out.
That happens to me all the time. In fact, it's not a good sneeze if a booger doesn't come out.
Mort, you're a little too close to us. Go over there.
You really know it's a good sneeze when you shart yourself.
Yeah, we've got like some sort of rule where Mort needs to hug this outer wall when he comes upstairs because he's diseased with something like 20 different diseases.
And he smells like poop.
Yeah, kind of.
And there's no windows in this area.
And
I think life bubbles just going up. Just keep us alive.
Grip has been the attack dog that's kept Gobido and Mort up against the wall. Because Grip is awful. All right. I think we're done. The last thing I wanted to do is lay my reading hands, my palms upon the key in the device. Sergeant, if you wouldn't mind, just hold me off this thing if something weird happens.
Absolutely, no problem.
Chaga's going to use a psychometry on the device that the key is inside of.
You're casting your spell to go with it?
Yeah. Yep. And this is my...
When you do a Google search for psychometry, you get completely different stuff than if you're in TFSRD.
Nope, don't do it. Don't do it.
Safe search on.
We did get to level, though. Probably go through it.
35, so he learns... well, DC's 15, and then for every 10. So I think 3 things.
3 things. Okay.
These are like emotional or important imprints of upon the device.
Okay.
I'm hoping we learn where that third, where the possible places this thing goes, or some of the places it has gone. But
okay.
Yeah. I don't get to control that.
You get a glimpse of a volcano, like this magma, this rolling hills of magma, and this gauntleted hand reaching down into this fiery pit and pulling forth this iron key, simultaneously red hot but completely holding its form. You know that this is a piece of the item. There's more aspects to it. It breaks apart. You catch a glimpse of a awe-inspiring awe-inspiring hobgoblin. He has a grace to him that seems unearthly.
Is Xerxes?
It might be.
It's Grackle, baby. Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop a token. Let's do the thingy so that you don't, see if this works. So I'm gonna drop it on the tower map. So if you could go off the tower map.
Sure.
Okay.
And then go back to the tower map. Hey, it worked. What
Okay.
the? That guy's not normal. That's
Okay,
not a normal hobgoblin.
He is.
Where are you? Were you? Which map?
Right beside Chaga on the tower map.
He is filled with an unearthly grace and fluidity of movement that it goes beyond the levels that you see from those of like Grackle. His body seems to be fused with iron, and he does have these horns growing out of his head. It is his hand is the one that pulled the key from the lava flows, and broke this shard off.
He sharded.
He is a being of immediately apparent great power, skill at arms, and you suspect spell potency.
Ooh, hello there. So Chaga.
Please don't see us. Please don't see us.
The key
No,
itself,
these are imprints.
The key itself, you then see an interesting power struggle between Skvinston and Fujina. So he gave it to Skvinston. Then there's this scene of like an internal conflict between Fujina and Skvinston that resulted in Fujina having control of the key.
Isn't that irrelevant? Given that we've killed them both.
But you killed them both. Yep.
All right. Chaga is going to share memory with both with Sergeant Kev, Capra, and Grackle, his two sergeants basically, and then Grackle, because Grackle seems to be concerned about the hob, showing them basically what he saw the awe-inspiring hobgoblin do. I believe this is General Xerxes. For the first time, we've glimpsed our enemy.
This one is very dangerous.
Yes.
So, when we see him, shoot him?
No, I think if we see him, either we move and leave, or we go to talk to him, because fighting this creature would not be in any of our best interests.
It depends.
Not yet, anyways.
Yes, it depends on the context. If he just arrives, then we'll try to scramble to flee. If we do go about shooting him, we should probably be prepared for that mission.
Not it.
Shoot him, sir.
Yes.
You're just saying that because you don't know what you're shooting at, big guy. Oh wait, no, he did see him. He did share.
I don't need to know what I'm shooting at. You tell me to shoot it, I shoot it. It's my job.
Yeah.
Before it was go and kill rats. Now it's shoot the thing and the guy says shoot.
I think slowly over downtime we'll share the image of the general with the entire party, just so we all know if the big bad shows up. You know,
we know what to look for.
That it is indeed the big bad. Be very afraid.
Knowledge planes from those who care.
About Azersi?
About Azersi.
I think this is a nat 20 roll, so we'll all confer like a day or two later. Dee Dee will get 35 with the 3 aids is 41. With a mythic point because 46.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. The best you could surmise is it's like he's eaten a golem and a pit fiend. He's partially metallic. Definitely has like the unleashed souls of fiends within him. On top of who was originally just a hob. Somebody made some sort of pact somewhere.
So he's some sort of hob fiend pig. Pig as in pig iron.
You gonna call that to his face? I mean, I'm gonna shoot him when I see him. And basically, he's either partially ascended or on his way to ascension to godhood. Like he is, the path he is walking is the path of becoming a god.
Like he's some sort of high tier mythic being.
High tier mythic being who, if you pray to him, he could probably give you spells. You've met some other beings like that.
A demigod. Ooh. Oh my. Well, I suppose the thought of him serving me as, seneschal to the new Lord of Iron, Chaga glances at Corporal Grackle.
Actually, hold on a second there. You have to fight me for this iron tower thing.
Think of the things you could steal with it, says Dukin.
Tower shows up, you steal everything in the city, and the tower goes away. Perfect
Steal
crime.
the bloody city.
And everyone blames the goblins. That's not nice. Yes, I didn't say it was nice.
Don't worry, we'll only steal from the asshole cities.
What do you mean?
You know, the city's full of assholes. How many assholes in a city does it have to make it a city of assholes?
There are good people everywhere. Shut up.
There's assholes everywhere too, though.
Yeah, but individually, you gotta take time to get to know.
Okay, so we agree that we'll go to the cities and steal the stuff, but only steal from the assholes.
I didn't agree to go to the cities. That's what Dugan is. Don't lump me with him. Just because I got wings doesn't make me an Atomi. Sorry, Phoebe. a Dugan Atomi. A Smurf. A pig farmer. Yeah, you keep it up there, Diddy. You might not have anything left, and they're gonna all blame you.
Hey! Everybody, calm down. Don't make me. We haven't tried to do the thing.
Yeah, all right.
Are we? Hey, does the thingy work to talk to the other guys? Are we gonna make them worried?
We contacted the general. Oh, the other guys.
No, you're Barnabas and everybody else.
Chaga, you're still talking to Cog?
I let them know what we're up to. Apparently they're going after some giant treasure hoard. We're gonna have to make our way up there to get our share sometime soon.
Camper's looking at him like, of course they're friends. We don't just let friends go off and danger not knowing what's keeping track of what's going on.
I suppose I could send a sending to Barnabas. Chugga will check in with Barnabas. Given that we now know that the regular sendings don't work, he over the course of 40 days he'll just let Barnabas know we're doing stuff.
We're busy, boys.
Kind of hint that we're making do without your giant brain.
Okay. You don't actually. Does Barnabas have, like, he's got that mythic spell thing, right? Make a note. Let's make a note in the downtime sheet.
Yep.
That Barnabas. Haha, he's he's the Barnabas. Barnabas learns from this interaction about something broken between the planes.
Okay, so I'll make this when they're recovering the horde, not while they're in the middle of Skyreach. So we'll actually roleplay this. So
just make a note in the downtime. He has this thing he gets to learn about.
All right, contact Barnabas. I'll highlight it, and then I'll actually type up the sending.
Cool.
Contact from Chugga. I really like this. The two parties are now so magical that they're interacting.
It was up.
So at the end of the 40 days of us trapped in the Iron Tower, this will coincide with the exact week where they just start recovering the horde from Skyreach.
Mm-hmm.
So like the two timelines have now caught up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
we're a level behind.
That
won't be very long. Okay.
All right. Okay. So
I think I'm good with all the exploration. Now we hunker in for leveling up and.
All right. Ahmed, give me a percentile roll for anybody who's trying to attempt to take back their tower.
43.
Okay. There is one day where the seal behind the golems does light up. The doors do not open, and after about an hour, the seal goes away. That's about as much excitement that happens throughout the 40-day period.
Captain, there's a problem down here.
Yeah, I think that's the day where we all ran downstairs, buffed up,
a bunch of spells get buffed,
and then we were waiting, and then nothing happened.
Shield, Major.
We might have beat up the golems again to make
just
sure,
in case,
just in case.
The golems Yep. The golems don't fight back when you're wearing the badges. You just destroy the golems in a few swings.
All right, that additional
Grackle Desaad veils the group into Hobbs.
Cool.
Neat. So if our training is done, that's done at the end of 30 days, which means we're now 13th level. Yep. Capper is doing face punch training, so add those hit points. I don't know if you already have, but
what I need to do is actually add his 2d10s because.
Okay. Dugan's retraining a class feature. I don't remember what.
I think he was getting his familiar.
Okay.
Or no, it's the. I don't know what he was doing.
Dee is crafting the headband of Int. Phoebe is helping do that. Desaad, Los, Mort, Grackle, Zogel, Sulfur, Mog. Did I say Mog already? Yeah. Oh no, sorry. Not Mog. But the group I just mentioned, they're all doing training for hit points. Mog is retraining some class features, basically changing his ranger fighting style.
Two-weapon fighting.
Yep. Yeah. After you showed me how to build Gon Bakemono or whatever his name was. Yeah. I made a mistake in his build.
He's okay.
And then Chugga is praying to learn a non-standard spell called Grace. Phoebe or Dee already have the spell. I think Dee does. So that is the source, and then he'll contact Barnabas. Just kind of checking in. But
okay.
All the costs for the training have been noted somewhere, and I've just taken them out of our slush fund to represent us spending resources while doing our training.
Yeah, I got no problems with that.
Training for those hit points and our level and all the goods cost about 25 grand.
It was pretty expensive.
Yeah. Well, compared to our wealth level, no, but it's significant.
Yeah. Well, it's something I could get a +3 sword, or we could get some hit points. Hit points are actually better than +3 sword now.
Mm-hmm. From a hit point total perspective, Los and Grippa rolled well enough that with their 24 hours of face punch training, they have maintained max hit points.
Nice.
So Los has 230.
Los is max.
232 hit points, and Grippa has 219.
When you combine that with half damage from most sources,
yeah,
they're just giant tanks of doom.
Yep, I'm satisfied with that. Oh, 13th level was a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
Summary?
Yeah, Chaga is 11th level cleric, so he's got access to 6th level spells now. And then sorcerer spells, he took Shadow Walk, which doesn't work on the plane that we're in, but I thought that was an interesting spell to take for this party. Los, at 13th level, is now a 12th level sorcerer. He took Dimensional Blade, which makes his sword touch attacks for a round. Feat-wise, he took Quicken spell, so he can do Quicken True Strikes now. So basically, the melding of magic and his swordplay is definitely coming to light. DD, quick summary there, has a spell or has a feat called Aerial Roll that allows her to make defensive rolls when attacked. Using her fly
right
skill. Yep. And Virtuoso Performance, as well as a 6th level spell non-standard called Speak with Soul, which is like a much more powerful version of Speak with Dead. Instead of questions, you actually get to talk to souls, and they don't have to be. You don't have to have the dead body there. You just have to be at the place of their death, or be already in the presence of their soul. So
cool.
And then so those are the main characters. I'm just going to do the main, so I'm not going to do the cohorts.
Yeah. Ahmed, what do you get into, guys?
So Grackle, I'm keeping Grackle combaty, so he did hit points fine, but the cool feat that he grabbed is Staggering Critical. On a crit, they're staggered for at least one round, DC 23 save, fort save, or it's a D4 plus 1 rounds. So that could be a nice game changer for him since he crits about 30% of the time. Well, statistically, realistically, it's like 5%. We're not going to get into that. I'm not salty. Roll D5s for D20.
Beef jerky over here. Right.
Yeah. Zogel got more powerful. He because he's a monster, he leveled once at our stats, at our rate. He actually got 2 levels of fighter and ninja. He's basically can hit better and do a bit more damage. Mm-hmm. Now, Desaad got something pretty cool. Desaad got Veil for he gets 6 now. With his mythic, he can cast any 6. Well, that are standard. But he took Veil, and he, for his feat, where are you, you beautiful thing? Is aligned to guys. So his crown doesn't let his alignment be identified. He can't be identified as either good or bad. Like he's a paladin, you can't tell. But with this advanced rogue talent, he can make, whenever he changes shape, he can be good, evil, chaotic, whatever.
Make him detect as per the alignment.
Detect as whatever alignment he wishes. Also, his form's improved, so he can be a diminutive fae, a large dragon, and now he has giant form as well. So there's a Moog's brothers walking around sometimes, healing
Bogue.
5 hit points. Moog's, yeah. Bogue.
All right.
Regen and all the good stuff.
Okay. Capra took leadership, which will be introduced later, as well as got Burrowing Shot as his weapon training power. meaning that he can make his arrows stick into the creature, providing what is equivalent to being sickened, unless they take a standard action to end it.
Nice.
So all he has to do is hit with that. It causes 25% spell failure and a -2 on attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks until they take the arrow out.
Yeah.
And then Sulfur Sulfur has 6 circle spells, so he's got the or he had them before, so he's added harm to the list. He also can now raise dead. That's just one of the spells he has on tap. And he took the Metamagic Feat lingering spell. So when he fireballs, there's a little cloud of fire that just sort of stays on the battlefield. It seemed like a pretty battlefield appropriate.
That's pretty cool.
So if it can, his fireballs will also hamper troop movement on battlefields, and can be used as cover or concealment. Yeah. He's got 4th circle ranger spells, but he's not wise enough to cast them or to have he doesn't have a bonus one, so he has zero 4th circle ranger spells that he can cast. All right, cool. All right, your downtime ends.
Yeah, we'll let Mark do his, because I'm seeing some confusing things.
I don't know anything about his characters. We're gonna do it when Mark gets here.
Yeah, he's got 2 fighter bonus 10th level feats for some reason, and then Dugan, I'm not sure how he got a familiar, so I'm just gonna let Mark describe that when he gets back.
Dugan and Mort are similar to how they were before. They're like slightly better versions of how you last saw them.
One stinks, one still small. Gotcha.
It's stinky in the short way.
And it looks like Mort is multi-classing on his Gestalt to add a barbarian level.
Normally you can't do that.
We've allowed multi-classing for prestige classes on the Gestalt. Yeah, I'm not sure.
We will check in on what has happened there. It's not important for our today's adventure.
Yep.
All right. So the tower appears to have energy at the control panel again to do major changes. Did anybody attempt to? You didn't attempt any minor changes to the tower itself.
No, I think we discussed it. Chaga said, I think we should keep the tower the same. Here's the plan. We return it to back from whence it came. We leave. We go and continue to hit the commanders. And when we are ready to use the tower to go to the big Fort Doom or whatever it's called, we'll know where the tower is.
The Fortress of Doom is called the Iron Citadel.
Okay.
You know this from your legend lore.
Yes, it's the Iron Citadel. But
so wait. I have a question. Since you're the captain and this is your boat, should we christen it?
Fine. If you must, if you cannot wrap your heads around the fact that a doesn't need to have a boat,
Yes, it does.
then we will christen the Iron Tower my boat.
Yes, just don't forget it's mine.
All right. So, okay, so it's the gravy boat, right?
Come on, Capper, you're pushing the line here, buddy.
Okay, gravy boat it is.
The Imperial Chamek tribe, the ICT gravy boat.
ICT gravy boat. ICT gravy boat. I'm changing the map name.
Chaga just blinks. He's thinking this is the price one must pay to travel with Faye.
Okay, it's now the ICT gravy boat, and its location is question marks because it changes.
Yep. I think I got kicked out of the map when you changed it. There we go.
Yeah, same.
Chaga's fine with there being a name to the tower, just so if we keep on talking about gravy boat, our enemies are gonna have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Back to the gravy boat.
They keep on talking about the fat man's gravy boat. All right. He will use the 1 bottle of off-world gnomish whiskey that he's got in his inventory of food and drink, and he will he'll pour a bunch of drinks first, then smash a little bit of it up on the iron wall, and have a good laugh with the Steelrose Squad.
Hey,
we will drink 5 bottles of common wine.
There's some rejoicing as the party has leveled and has basically claimed a major victory in taking this place, and it appears to be relatively safe.
Well, we're in some sort of quasi hell, but
well, nobody tried to kill you. How long? It's 40 days and nobody tried to kill you? That's ridiculous.
That's actually a record for us.
All right, Dee Dee is going to position herself in the control rod room because I think she's taking.
Okay.
How long did the transit take? It was like on the order of rounds, right?
It was rounds. Yep.
So we probably want to put up some long-term buffs because we're going to be returning back to the.
We're going to return back to Phaenfar. There could still be angry goblins there. We might be in the middle of a gunfight.
Hey, Captain, you want to do a sending and see what the state of the area is? Maybe the general will know.
If we have to fight a whole army of fiends, I'd rather keep my power.
Shit, that's why you're the captain.
You said that you were doing one sending towards the end of your stay. Did you do that or no?
Yeah, that's a few days before we left to Barnabas.
Oh, it was to Barnabas?
Yeah.
Okay. Barnabas's response is, it's like fat stacks and power. Like Barnabas is thrilled with his fat stacks and power.
Yeah, this is him coming. He came back from his trip to hell too, right around this time, right? So
yeah. Barnabas is weird in his response, but he's still Barnabas.
Yeah, I kind of want to type it out and then give it to Mark, let him type out the response, and I'm fine with. There's nothing.
He says
this.
That's something along those lines. Yeah, we can even do that in the downtime, like the later downtime. There was a communication. Okay.
All right, long-term buffs. Yeah, I think like sea invisibilities and a few other things are going up. Telepathic bond will go up too.
Veil.
You know, if you want to make us look like a bunch of hobgoblins, we watch you walk out of the hobgoblin tower. That's pretty funny right there. That's awesome.
We're here to support you. He'll make Chaga. Hey, Cap, I hope you don't mind. Maybe I can take lead on this, I can speak Goblin and all that stuff.
Yeah, I can speak Goblin too, but you're a better liar. I
didn't say it. You did. I'm not a liar. Come on, man.
You were all thinking it.
Don't do me like that. That's it.
I'm not doing you at all. I'm just. You're gross.
Yeah, he'll make himself like the commander, like one of the higher.
Yeah.
Make you guys a whole bunch of alchemists. That'll give you a bit more.
If you could make us small folk into goblins, that would be great. Just so we're either ignored or... Yeah, so don't fucking change me into anything, I'll be fine.
Invisible.
Yeah, alright. Whatever, man.
Wouldn't it be really funny if you were trying to be all small and stuff, but you were stuck looking like a great big thing? That would be ridiculous.
Alright, I'm not gonna change you. You guys want to be little goblins, alright? Make you guys... The mediums, he'll make them into alchemists, and... he'll make himself into like a. Well, he can actually turn into what's his name.
You've got Mort, Mog, and Zogel. 3 large creatures are looking like Oni, or
Could be Oni or giants.
let's make them Oni. Let's make them all different kinds.
He can take the form of what's his name.
Don't know.
Not Jang. Oh, why didn't it?
Yeah, you could be the bald bugbear. Thanks, Wither. A scab.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
He's got one.
have
He's
form
got one of those difficult names.
I don't know why it's not. It didn't sync up. Oh, it is here. Yeah, yeah. Lieutenant Skaviston.
Permanent illusion.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm looking at Los's spells going, why doesn't Chugga have telepathic bond? Wrong sheet. So Chugga's casting telepathic bond, 1 per 3. He's doing his 2 lieutenants, Kev, Capra, Los, and one more. I think it's Grackle. Dee Dee's casting a Good Hope.
Okay. Here, give me a second. Let me go to the tower map. Sorry, I can't find it because it's called the ICT Gravy Boat. I am the stupid. All right, mutagen, see invisibility, abundant ammunition, bark skin. Good Hope running. Capra will throw up the pass without traces again.
Oh, can I say during that time that I know the bodies are no longer on the map, but the reason why they're not on the map is that Chugga throughout the 40 days has disintegrated all the bodies.
Sure. That sounds good to me.
Leave no body to question behind. I know it's a bit savage, but
It's awesome.
We'll feed the ashes to Mort if
he'll consume them.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to encourage that sort of thing, but
Chugga quietly does because he wants the ashes to be not the ashes anymore. He wants them to be excrement, which we are actually all peeing and pooing inside of Mort's pot because it doesn't leave behind traces of us being there.
It goes away.
It goes away. Yeah, where the Chichi Tutu pod or whatever it's called.
Chuchi Tutu.
Chichi Tutu.
All right. Give me your survival check because it sounds like you're taking actions. So let's see who's leading this.
I think it's Sulfur or Capra that lead the survival.
Sulfur has a plus 25 for tracking, plus 19 for regular stuff. Capra has a
we're using magic.
17.
We're using magic to assist in leaving very little trace of our being there behind.
Okay. Natural 20.
Prestidigitating our blood and
Prestidigitating and
searching over using unseen servants to clean up clean up like dander and our hair and that sort of thing.
And on the last couple of days, Capra was casting the pass without traces on everyone, so that you're not leaving tracks throughout the tower.
Good.
Yeah.
And the goal is to use the device and then to remove the key before we exit the tower. But
okay. Dee Dee knows it's going to be a disable device check to get the key out.
Okay.
Dugan will be on hand to do that.
Dugan's like, I got this.
Grackle's about to say, like, I can aim, and he sees Dugan's like, you're good.
Dee Dee's actually also a trap person. She just can't sense them automatically. But she is a seeker. Her disabled
device?
plus 33.
Dee Dee can get out.
And Dugan's, I think we're not taking any chances. Dugan's plus 47. So she's aiding Dugan.
Yes. Dugan will get at least a 50, and yes, he will get it out without breaking anything.
Yep.
All right.
And then I think if all goes to plan, this becomes a balcony again, and then we're basically back in it. So we're gonna. Are there any?
I think archers could just hang out here. We still have an iron wall here, don't we?
No, that is the edge of the Acheron. Like the tower scraped its way
okay.
into.
Scraped it in. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I muted myself at some point, and I've been talking into nothingness. That iron wall was what I described. This iron wall forces itself forward. Marty interpreted that as somebody cast wall of iron.
Right, and it was just the.
It's iron.
You're muted again, Adam.
It's when I hit. Okay, I know what's causing it.
It's buttons on the computer do things.
Yeah. So as far as you know, going this way, this direction from that window, it's just iron.
Okay, prot from arrows is also another longer term that is on everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's 100 hit points.
Because those bloody archers.
Oh yeah. Communal resist poison or delay poison.
Okay. And are we attempting like a bunch of elemental resistance or no?
I don't know. Do we want to do that right off the bat? I think at least fire.
You know, we can just get into teleport groups and leave. Sorry. We can get into the Scabvinius is not talking. We can just teleport away, if you wish. Scabvinius, as I am, would not be leaving.
Oh, I think we should go there, finish kicking the goblins.
You think good.
Take out as many as we can, confront that fiendish troop that is... Well, if they haven't found their way here, they're probably keeping an eye out for the tower's return.
Scavinius, not the best option right now, then. He'll make his image Scavinius, but he's not going to be Scavinius.
Yeah, that's fine. Ochaga, we could teleport out at any time. I think if the Imperium hasn't dealt with the goblins that are left in Phaenfar, then it will be our opportunity to do so. Plus, it will strike fear into their hearts once again. The ones that have thrown themselves in with the ilk of the Iron Lord. We need to send a message.
I gotta say, that was a very sexy man, the Iron Lord. In terms of, I can understand. I'm not saying, I just mean that I can understand why they follow the guy. This is conversation's good. Never mind. I'm gonna just use my bow.
Capper, stop being weird.
Can a veil cover?
Can a veil?
Guys, can a veil cover a mirror image?
No. The concept of certain methods of casting mirror image have it in such a way that it is not readily apparent until you're attacked.
Yeah, that's cool. Do we have a life bubble up?
That's probably a good one.
So Sulfur can cast a life bubble?
Captain, can you throw a telepathic bond up again?
DD's got it.
Okay.
5th level.
If we can get an airwalk and a telepathic bond, that would be great.
Okay, Sulfur will cast an airwalk communal.
There we go.
Thank you. Seeing all you guys casting spells, like, this is bullshit.
Well, maybe if you did more than just swing your stupid sword around.
I kill things with my sword. He's joking. He's not.
All right, I think we should put up at least fire resist.
Sorry. Yeah, keep putting up buffs. Sorry. When you said that, Sulfur cast a communal resist fire.
Okay.
Nice.
The idea of not having to worry about accidentally exploding his colleagues.
Communal resist fire.
Crackle.
Yeah, I was thinking more of. Do we know what? There were ladies with the fire bows. So
Yes.
Captain, I'm
Crackle.
running.
Sorry.
Yes. Yours.
The dreams are very vivid in the tower in Akron. Very,
with
very
with
vivid.
the colossal 10 whatever giant.
Yes.
Nice.
In those dreams, you feel that there's like another presence that is approaching. Every night it's getting closer.
yeah.
You know it's there. Like there's this presence and this pressure, and the drums are vivid and raw.
He has grabbed the holy symbol of what's his name? Where'd I put it? Where'd you go? A holy symbol of the red god of war.
Mhm.
He's got it on.
Okay. It provides a warrior's solace.
Okay.
You're not a caster; it doesn't actually do anything, but you know that this is. These things are watching you.
So, are we expecting trouble right? I guess there's a really good chance that there's enemies right when we get there, right?
Chances are we will enter combat. You should be prepared for it.
All right.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, do you want to be in the jar to start with? Because you're gonna pop out of the,
Stay in the jar, and I will bring you out with me.
I guess so.
I will let
Actually,
you know.
who do you want to wear your jar?
Grackle still, I think.
Good.
Pretty good answer.
You like to stay way too far away from all the fun.
It's where the smart people are.
Right.
You just want someone to help you.
The best swordsman ever and the second best swordsman ever? Yeah.
Grackle, when he gets inside, he's going to write second best sword on the jar.
Yeah, Grip and I could start out in the jar, but you got to let me know if I got to keep on casting buffs or not.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. You also got really good eyes.
Yeah, we're going to cross the threshold. I'm going to go back into the jar anyway, so it makes sense for us to be in there. All right, we'll be in the jar. You're starting this soon, though, right? He hops out of the jar. Goes back in.
Telepathic bond. Okay. Shit. Captain, my last cast of seen visibility of this wand. I do not have another one for Zoggle. I will wear it, and Zoggle, you'll have to do without seeing visibility. Listen to warnings from us if they see something coming towards you.
How about you,
Hey, I got an idea.
magics?
Do you need magics?
I need to cast from these wands. Otherwise,
No. I got an idea. I think it'll work. All you got to do is just sit down in this chair right over here and don't resist me.
You know you are inferior to me. Go ahead.
All right, this is going to feel weird for you and for me.
At least you'll experience what a more capable swordsman feel like.
It's kind of expensive. I got to cast a spell to get inside you.
Nope.
No. Listen. He's floating around, so you can't, he's floating around. Listen, Grackle, I'll possess you, which just pushes your soul off to the side for a little while. And then I'll do a little funny dance to the wall, have a good laugh. And then... and then, I promise. He promises to do a funny little dance. And then, I'll cast a spell, but instead of casting it on my soul, I'll cast it on your body.
That's cheating.
I think it's kind of a weird way around magic, and I'm curious if it'll actually work.
Alright, there's no time like the present. Go for it, Los.
Because if this works, I'll be able to cast spells on you, your body, which will be kind of me, while I push your soul off the side while I'm doing a funny little dance. But I'll be able to cast spells on you that you wouldn't be able to cast on yourself, and you're running low on your wands. You get what I'm saying?
I would appreciate that, Los.
That's actually pretty smart, Lewis.
Dude said I wasn't smart.
Good thinking.
Dukin, you can hear the low voice of Dukin make it.
Be nice.
The chastisement from Dee in the other room. You want to try this out?
All right. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm just wondering. Hold on. Let me see if I have any items on me that might screw this.
Small chance you turn into a ghoul, though.
I'll still be able to use my sword.
Fair enough.
All right. Definitely worth the magic.
Yeah.
When we write this, when we get together and write the Bardish tale of the people we know, this part is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I'll do the illustrations. In fact, I've already started. Hey, how do you
Grackle as a little doll, and Los is moving the stream.
Okay, so Los is going to cast a 5th level spell called Possession, which allows Los as a ghost to go inside of Grackle. Grackle's soul kind of just gets pushed off to the side. If you do not resist, then Los is actually in control of your body.
Okay, he does not resist.
Whoa! I forgot what it felt like. Los does a little dance. Does a little tap. Scratches himself.
Hey, this is not funny. I'm an honorable warrior. Cut it out.
Does a little kind of like chest out little cock walk kind of thing. And then okay. He'll cast See Invisibility, but instead of
spending a DM point, make an acrobatics check.
Well done, you break your neck. New character, Grackle.
I think I get Grackle's dex. So my dex is normally +7. What's Grackle's dex?
Dex is +8.
Okay, so this is actually... Hey, he moves pretty good. 26.
Okay, you don't fall on your face as you try to take your first step, and it doesn't work at all like a ghost. Like a ghost body works.
Oh yeah, he doesn't float.
Hey, everything's really hard. All right. He casts a See Invisibility, but instead of casting it on Soul Los, he's casting it on Grackle Body.
Okay. I believe that works because you can possess people and they still have their buffs running. Like if you possess an invisible guy, you're invisible.
Okay. All right. So this is expensive though, Ahmed. We're not going to do this every single time. It's a 5th level spell for me to cast a 2nd level spell, so you can have a spell.
I just want to hear the "I want you inside me" sort of weird jokes from Grackle. Come on, man.
Hey, Grackle makes things work, man. Doesn't care.
Blade Tutor Spirit is a minute per level, so we're going to put that one up.
Blade Tutor?
Blade. This is the thing that reduces the penalty on your power attack or your Piranha Strike.
Blade Tutor.
And it reduces it by 3.
Los.
So you're marking that down. You've got See Invis and Blade Tutor's Spirit.
Yep.
And then Los will linger inside. Anticipate Peril, I think you just cast on others, so we don't need to do that one inside. We'll cast it on you anyways, because Los is also trying to figure out how this works. So he's going to cast an Anticipate Peril on Grackle's body, and he's going to exit and see if he has it on himself. Like, who gets to keep the buff, basically. Then, as Dee is playing with the device, he's going to cast Vampiric Shadow Shield on you, which is a round per level spell.
Vampiric
Shadow Shield. It's like a fire shield that heals you negative energy, but I think you get healed by negative energy, so yeah, it's...
Yes.
Nice. Weird of that spell. Yeah.
Is it also
Anticipate peril.
Los?
It's divination. That's interesting because we haven't really worked through this. As like, is it by school? Do divinations go on the soul and transmutations go on the body? We didn't do any of that kind of crap. I think just to make it easy, we're just going. It's whichever one you cast upon.
Yeah, creature touch. It'll be grackle.
Yeah.
Okay, so Los,
You can't touch yourself right now.
As he hears that Didi is going to start activating the tower, Los will hop out, and then he'll check to see if Anticipate Peril is on himself. If it's
What does
not,
Anticipate Peril do?
a +5 to your initiative, dude.
Oh yeah.
Helps you go first.
Insight bonus initiative. So yeah, these are spells that I forget Los has when I'm DMing.
And you're doing like the wall of buffs.
Yeah.
I've already cast 15 buffs. I should be done by now.
Yeah.
Nope. More to go. Whee!
Insight stacks with Good Hope, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Sorry, which one?
Insight, the skill bonus type, stacks with Good Hope.
Which means Los and Grackle have a +7 on their niche right now, which is awesome.
I don't know if I like Inish as a phrase, just in general.
Niche.
This is too hipstery for me. I don't know. I might have to bow out at Inish.
All right, Knowledge Arcana. Who's aiding Didi in the piloting of the of the ICT gravy boat, i.e. the Iron Tower?
The Sod Auto does it.
Okay.
Capra can.
Oh no, I actually have to roll.
Capra can't hurt when buffed.
Yeah, the Sod Auto
successfully
aids.
aids.
Okay.
Zogel can aid, I believe.
Yeah, Zogel's too big to fit in the room.
He can make himself medium.
No, I think we want some people ready for the combat.
Well,
Sure.
Maybe you want Capra out there.
Yeah.
Being like one of the most effective ranged combat guys.
Yep.
Okay, Zogel will stay
Fortune
out there as
point
well.
+2 from the stream. Thank you. So Chaga and Sergeant Kev, I think, and Gobido will go in there. And
Yep.
Friends.
Friends.
Hug.
the +11 to all the skills.
Are we going to raise the gate?
No?
You mean the one that's got a big ass stone wall in front of it?
Oh yeah, the stone wall doesn't actually go away. It
I
stays
mean,
there.
if they want to come running into the gate, that's fine. But I think most of us are leaving out the front of the tower, so fools on
That's
them.
good.
Oh yes, I think we should hold back if there's a big force out there. If there's a tiny force out there, then we should go after them. Dugan you can go off the chain. You were quite confident last time.
Thanks, Chaga.
It's not like I wear a fucking leash.
You know what he means. Yes, yes.
You know those cowbells that go bing, bing, bing when you're moving around?
Yeah, we should get you one of those, Capra.
Yeah, we can all wear one.
On account of you having big horns.
They are big.
Can I time it with Los so that if I'm moving around, when Los leaves his jar, it's just a move just to step out and then a move to move around?
It's a standard for him to end the possession.
So basically, no, sorry. When Los is in the jar in general, and he wants to leave the jar, is it an action to step out?
Yes.
And is it just like he's got one step? He doesn't have a move, right?
No.
He just hopped.
He materializes out of the jar.
Could these guys work together so that we could a flank with Grackle's move while timing him, like a readied jump out? You know what I mean? Like now, like if Los is on ready to move
If he has a readied action to hop out, yes.
Because that will save Los an attack. They'll give Los an extra attack.
You're provoking AOs while doing it, but yeah.
Grackle doesn't care.
All right, +6, +8 from the stream. Dee Dee has got...
Capra's going to get over to the corner, and when you're fiddling, he's going to go get him, boys! He's going to surge just so you can roll an extra... You have a d20 roll.
Oh, an extra d20 roll? Cool.
Yeah, well, he's good.
She's not rolling. She's going to take her lore master to do one roll.
Then Capra won't do the thing.
No, I got this, bud.
Alright. Back to my corner. I'm touching more. You.
So I have to do some quick math. When she's wearing her item, she's got 16, 19, 27. So Dee Dee will get a 47 with the plus 8A. Gets a 55 on her knowledge arcana check.
Okay, you can proficiently follow the instructions that existed in this room.
Yep.
Right, that's enough to follow the instruction sheet.
Okay.
If you did not have the instruction sheet before you, you would not. You needed the directions.
That's fine. We're gonna take these scrolls with us.
Okay. Dugan, you gotta get over here, bud.
Oh, that's right. I gotta grab the key when you're done.
Okay. Roll a 1d10. It takes 5 rounds of shaking and quivering.
I gotta turn it left, make it white, yellow, no, green. Okay.
Okay. It feels really weird. In terms of the shift, are Los and Grippa in the urn?
Yeah, they're gonna go for the shifting. He popped out, cast anticipate peril, and then hopped it back into the urn.
Okay, being in the urn, it feels fine in the urn. The urn that protects from whatever sort of planar effect is happening.
How many hundreds of goblins are we gonna kill this time?
Real answer, or the answer that my skin is giving me?
Don't worry. You and I will kill thousands before this war is over.
Yeah, we're gonna kill thousands.
Think of how much rotten disease will be created by all those bodies.
Capra's like remembering the screaming of the goblins and the acid rain. Like when you fire the arrows through the troops of goblins and there's just a bunch of crying. At least this time we teleported away, so he didn't actually have to listen to the people dying.
It's just Mort being gross.
Yep.
Mog actually taking a step away from Mort.
Okay. The tower appears at the location you expected. We're gonna go to the Phaenfar.
I think right there.
The tower appears. From the window ledge, you can see some.
That
troops.
iron wall's gone. Yeah.
Yep, the iron wall is gone. And give me a perception check for the party.
Sure. We've updated the perception checks too for the level.
Nice.
Perk, Grimstone Chronicles South.
Okay, Los can't be seen. So.
Capra.
Yeah, all the guys in that room.
Does Dugan? The sort feature is amazing. Does Dugan have seen visibility up?
I don't know. I didn't buff for Dugan.
He should if he doesn't.
Dugan's source of see and viz comes from a wand that he has 46 charges in. So yes.
A wand that has 45 charges in.
Yep.
Okay. You can only see out one direction. Ahmed, roll a d4 on a 1. It was in the right direction. Okay. Okay.
So should I go to Phaenfar and these are the troops?
Go to Phaenfar. Yeah, we're acting from Phaenfar right now. The town itself is eerily quiet. It seems like the battlefield has been stripped. The bridge itself is destroyed. and there are a few hobgoblin troops that are visible from the tower. It is oddly quiet. They are reacting to the tower appearing.
Does it look like the town has been attacked, like in the time we were gone? Like, did the Imperials come and attack it? Or?
There is definite signs of battle beyond the battle that was there before. There is damage to this wall. This building with the illusion actually is like the building is flattened, and you can see bits of illusion sticking out of the rubble of the building. We'll flatten this building. No, there's been a definite traditional battle. There is actually more damage to the town now than there was previous. There's no more. It's like signs of like artillery barrage. There is no. There's no more people outside. The humans are no longer in the caged area.
And we see like a skeleton crew of hobgoblins still holding on to this.
You see a skeleton crew of hobgoblins.
I think we roll initiative because I think we're gonna kill the goblins that are in this.
I think we should start killing these guys.
Okay, let's roll an initiative.
So what are these?
So you're immediately reacting
troops?
with violence?
Yeah. I think the most demoralizing thing will be their tower appears and the tower hates them. Because we all look like hobgoblins and Oni right now. So
treacherous failures.
Yeah.
Ah!
So these are just regular hobs +3.
Yep.
And then what else do you need?
I need a surprise +4, and I need a surprise +8.
Surprise 2.
You do not need the surprise +8.
And surprise +1, or surprise
That
number
did not
1.
work, did it?
All right, I'm going to share my screen while I'm.
Oh my word! Really? I guess I made the joke 2 times, and then now this is life.
Hey, I'm showing you I'm not cheating. When the enemies roll shit initiatives.
Yes, when they roll like 1, 1, 1, whatever it was the one time.
There we go. They're intermixed in there. Some of the guys with insane initiatives are gone.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's the base +13s.
All right, Dugan is spending his action removing the key.
Okay. It takes a full round action to remove the key with a DC 30 disable device check.
Yeah, he has +47, so he's.
Dugan knows if you fail, the key will not be removed without something that's very advanced. That actually booby traps itself in.
Okay. Yeah, +2 with the Good Hope. He gets a 57. No, he need aids. He's good.
Yeah, you just like, there we go. He can see the trap in there where the key itself will get like locked into place. You pop out the key.
Okay, I am going to put in our treasure.
Los is in the jar. You didn't even notice the plane travel.
Minor artifact. Iron key shard for gravy boat. So dumb. how the joke about captains has transformed into a thing. Okay. So back to the Iron Tower. Gravy boat. Yeah, Dugan's taking the key. Los is waiting for Grackle to tell him to come out. So he's delaying.
Yep.
Grackle?
Okay. Let's see. So we're on. Okay. How far are those things?
The ones that you can see, which are the ones by the bridge, are 200 feet away, plus elevations, 240 feet away.
We don't have haste.
Haste has
He's
not been
ready.
put up yet. You could pause for a round while we finish buffing.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for a round. Waiting for haste before we go, Los.
Yeah, that's fine. Is there stuff to fight?
There's only 2 troops of goblins, and on the breach. Looks like there's been a lot of battle here.
All right, Los will go at 23 then. He basically will cast Greater Invis on himself.
It's gonna be this grackle flying out on his own. Ah! Everyone's invisible. Great.
One second before you do that. The sort. I'm bumping up Capra's. He still goes behind. Crap. That's fine. Or no, he would go ahead. There we go.
Oh yeah, there are some mutagens in there. Okay, so Grackle's delaying Zogel.
Zogel's gonna just start firing. He can see those bastards.
Start firing out onto the.
Yeah.
You're in your second range increment.
Yeah.
There's
So
there's one goblin out there, hobgoblin, who's like, "We've got the
it's right in the chest.
Fiery arrow explodes. Oh,
Okay.
The last thing the hobgoblin did in his life was be very happy at the wrong thing.
So let's
We're
see.
winning.
Zogel is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is Bard Song up?
Nope.
8, 14, 15. 11. 9. Okay. It's 9, so just. Ooh. D20 plus not much, guys. 37 and oops, there's supposed to be 2 of those. 26. Do those hit the troops? It's already in -2.
Yes,
For-
you hit the AC 16 flat-footed troop.
Yes.
You hit the guy looking at you
So
stupidly
boom,
and
boom.
waving.
He has 2 more. He has 2 more arrows. 1d20 plus 13. Hit. 1d20 plus 8. Oh. Plus 1 from above. 15. Still miss. Awesome. Okay. So it's 3 of these things damage. Minus 4. There's no bard song, so 20. So 19. Okay, cool. Oops. Okay, so 4 of these. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3. 3 of these. So 3, 60, which becomes 58, 7, and 6. 81 damage.
Okay.
It's good for him. It's good for him. He's good.
Absolutely rocked that troop. You've killed more than half their numbers. As they're like scrabbling to pick up their shields. Okay,
Gobido.
Gobido. Go get him, friends! Like starts a part song.
Yeah.
His Bard Song isn't the best Bard Song out of all of ours. It's only
Gives him
plus
the ability to do finales, though.
2. He can do finales. He could do saving finale. If we're going out there, he might want to mirror image himself first.
Might mirror image himself.
Let's do that. Here, if somebody could add the images to his character sheet. He's got 4 images.
Got 4 images. Okay.
Are you adding that on?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. The Grippa's ghost is
Delaying with delaying.
Dacid.
Desaad's gonna cast mirror image. Actually, could he have cast it before his minutes? Right? He could have cast it before we did this.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's casting he's casting Greater Invis, and he's moving out to here. See what else is going on.
Okay. You have a rank in Knowledge Planes, correct?
Yeah. Just let me confirm.
You're good. You're good. Sorry, I thought you were crossing the threshold.
I didn't. I stopped there.
Yeah, if you cross the threshold, then you wouldn't be in the haste. Okay. That is Desaud. Dee.
So I had 4 images.
Deedee's
So much tension.
Where the iron
Gravy boats hunting you all!
doesn't. We don't know. Her bard song's a +4 bard song. Yeah.
She actually has a standard still, I think.
No. She's a 12 level bard.
So
Those became moves a long time ago. I don't even know when the Swift.
Well, I think it's a Swift, but in the 3-action system, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, move. She still has 2 actions.
Yeah.
Buffs, huh?
Haste.
She could do the haste. You're welcome. Haste it is.
So,
3rd level.
Frank Shaw.
No problem.
Greater Invis. Is Cyan or Aqua do we use?
Cyan for greater, typically.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Los and Grippa don't get the haste because they're in the can.
Okay, yeah, this is a true statement. Okay.
Haste yourselves when you get that chance.
Shaga.
Let's just see what Chugga's got for buffs right now. Lifeboat Werewolf Communal. He needs some of his personal buffs. Alright, he will mirror image.
Okay.
8 images. Nice. And he will move over to see what is going on.
Okay. Surprise 1.
Ooh, not many hobgoblins there. I wonder if this is some sort of trap.
Mort.
Feels like we're being lured out. Chugga's spidey senses tingling.
Who's playing Mort?
I guess I'll grab Mart.
We're like, yeah, let's get up there and kill everything.
Yeah, so Mort would have had to do a bunch of buffs. Let's see what Mort drank his mutagen, probably.
Yeah, let's see what he's got. It's probably, mutagen, bark skin, shield, stuff like that.
Let's take all the ones that he would have that are communal. He wasn't in the telepathic bond because he's gross. He didn't get fly from anyone, so he see-invised himself. He long-armed himself. He bark-skinned himself. Mort will cast Displacement.
That's a good one.
He's got his mutagen. Yeah, that. And he's an 11th level. Alright, for now he's just buffing.
Okay.
Casting battle spells upon himself. Drinking his potions, sniffing them, sticking them in his wounds, however it is.
Just rubbing stuff into his sores, whatever the disease guy needs to do.
Okay, surprise 2 is something happens. Phoebe.
Do we want to make it really miserable for those hobgoblins out there?
kind of miserable.
Yeah.
Phoebe's not asking Dee Dee. She's asking the rest of you. She's actually looking at Chaga. Please do.
All right.
Phoebe goes to the edge.